Alright, so we are testing the Izzet modern deck with this different build where we're trying to play flash speed basically. So we have, to start off, we have Valky. What is going on with my Valky, God of Lies? In addition to that, we also have Spell Queller, Dovin's Veto. So you just got to change these settings. Right, that should have got it now, so it should be able to see this. Yeah, there we go. We got Tybalt, Valky, because the Bring to Light synergy there. We got some spell callers for Instant Shenanigans, Dover and Veto, catch any unwanted spells. We're running Fracture in this deck. I've been impressed with it in Historic. This should probably be Vanishing Verse, but that card has just jumped up, it's stupidly expensive. Mortify is another answer. Tyrant Scorn to answer early threats with the new Blitz decks that have come into existence. Electrolyze is another cantrippy way to deal with the Blitz decks we're dealing with. Culligan's Command, good general value. Abrupt Decay and Culling Ritual, two good answers to board presences. Clophis for general value. Blood Raid for Cascade synergies. Deafening Clarion and Lightning Helix to answer creatures. Safe Ride Quest to secure our ramp. And Bring to Light and Niv Mizzet. The sideboard, literally I threw together in 10 seconds, so please don't take anything by it. We're running a few more flash creatures to help us deal with instant speed decks. We got a few counter spells. Izzet, Static Caster for token based aggro or low toughness tribal decks. Justice Strike, Helix again, and Law Hall Command. Rakdos Charm to deal with the graveyard. And yeah, this is the new build for Modern. We're just going to take it into a single match here, because like I said, I'm just setting out my deck and seeing how it performs. Alright, let's just see what we get. Oh, here we go, straight into a match. Very good. I said we're just going to play this one match to test not so much how Niv performs, but I also just want to test how things are looking on our recording, because we've changed a few settings here. I won the dice roll, go first. Select Jegantha as companion. Alright, tons of mana. Yeah, I think we'll keep this. Pillar of Runes is a great card in this deck, just because every card in our deck is multicolored. So it's basically not a restriction. We are probably going to drop the Bloodstained for turn 1 and see what we end up with. Right, close Jegantha. Gotta remember Jegantha's there. So we'll 6 through our opponent's turn here and see what they come up with. Alright, Flooded Strand. Immediately cracking it to get. Sleight of Hand, so we could have a Storm deck on our hand here. Well, a Storm deck, a Blitz deck, or potentially a what's it called deck. So we'll get, we have Swamp Island Forest, we'll get Mountain, Plains, yep, then we'll have all 5 basic lands in the event that we draw any of our check lands. Let's see what our opponent goes for. I mean, it feels Storm, right? I didn't put the Dampening Spheres in the sideboard because I was rushing, so ooh, this could be bad for us. Indeed. We'll probably want to just hit the Culligan's Command for discard. Ooh, not looking great now. If we're lucky, they'll play an Electromancer, and then we can discard them and kill one of their, discard and kill their Electromancer. But if they drop a Brawl, I believe his toughness is 3, so we'll be in a bad shape. Alright, so we will drop the Clifftop Retreat. We'll put a stop on their upkeep. Basically, we just want to see what they're doing. Right, this has got to be a storm deck. So he's opting lots of cantrips. Alright. It's Storm or Phoenix. It's one or the other here. That's why I'm hesitant to discard. Because if it's Phoenix, I really don't want to give him a chance to throw away the Phoenix. Although Phoenix hasn't really existed in Modern since the banning of looting. Storm player's gone into the... I'm assuming it's Storm because it looks like they're going into the tank here, which means they must be looking for a way to go off. Serum Visions. Shocking into the steam vents. Electromancer. Nope, Manamorphose. Yep, okay, it's 100% confirmed to be Storm now. Yep, Manamorphose. Problem is, so many of their cards just are cantrippy that... Alright, yeah. Was I actually right? Is this actually Phoenix? I would feel justified and at the same time horrified because we potentially could get a double Phoenix here in the face. Huh. Alright, so they discarded... Alright, let's... 2 damage to them and make them discard because we just got to use our resources here. Let's see what they throw away. Another land, so they're flooding potentially. Mortify deals with a creature. So if they do go for the Baral, try to play it, we can at least mortify it in response to him potentially going off, but I don't feel great about that. Fort Scout. It's got to be Phoenix, right? Thing in the ice, yep. Oh, is this yeah, this is Phoenix because it's using Thing in the Ice like the old decks did. Alright, so we're gonna go to the end step here. We'll mortify the feet. We'll mortify. Then we'll drop Pillar of Peroons. Do we have a main board way to kill off the graveyard? Honestly, I think just throwing a Niv down here would be better because if they're going to hit us with... Alright, let's do this. And I once again forgot the reload sound effect. Alright, going for 10. And we'll get a fancy Electrolyze. We actually draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is more than reasonable here. Okay. We'll get rid of Fracture. And we'll get rid of Safe Right Quests. So this way we can hold on to everything we want to cast here. So next turn we would really... It really depends on what they play. So they're just trying to flood out a phenix. I mean, I'm guessing now, because they're using negative cards like Izzet Chant or Loot. But even if they drop two, I suppose they're trying for the opponent in the tank thinking about it. Alright. Finale of Promise. Yeah, everything about this deck is screaming Phoenix to me. Another Izzet Charm. I do feel kind of bad. They've gone half the way down their deck and they haven't found a Phoenix. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, so we can just win here. If we... So first things first, let's play this. Then if we play the Bloodbraid Elf here, see what we cascade into first. No, our opponent realizes that they're dead and concedes. Okay, Phoenix. Well, Drown in the Lock seems pretty decent to kill off their thing. We'll need another Helix to deal with that. Just a Strike can also kill one of their things. Despark kills a thing, so does this. Oh, there's a lot of things. Well, there's not going to be small creatures apart from maybe the thing in the ice before it flips. Spell Queller could catch something. Electrolyze is good. Clophis is great if we get it down. Fracture I don't think work too great here. Let's sort this by converted mana value. I mean, this is Clarion, I think, comes out. And maybe Dovin's Veto, because they want to trigger their spell. Maybe one Colligan's Command, because actually making them discard is not actually that good now, because it's probably going to be a good outlet for them to discard their could bring in, well, oh, this is still the version that's not great for Gigantha, because if I bring this in, they actually, yeah, I need to change that because I can't run this card with Gigantha in the deck. I think this might be more relevant to give a lifelink to some of our creatures, because then 6 damage Niv 12-point lifelink could be great. Alright, hopefully this is our last bit of our quick little test. Select Gigantha as per companion. So good, but I just keep this because we can cast Electrolyze and Abrupt Decay here. So these both answer a Phoenix or a thing in the ice. Sorry, this answers a thing in the ice, but Electrolyze doesn't. Plus, it loves giving me this fancy art. I need a red source to play the Clifftop Retreat. Awesome. Alright, so we'll play this tapped, because ultimately that's the land that will come in tapped evil. Except, no, now I can't play. Oh, silly me. Alright, so they play that on curve. Abrupt Decay could kill. Alright, we'll drop another tap land here. We'll see what they go for. I'm really struggling to remember what Phoenix's Cyborg plan was. Are you a flame? Yeah. That is a good shout, except for I have abrupt decay, so thank you for gaining me 10 life. I'm very much appreciated. So I now have 30 life. If you want to play another one to try and grind me down, I'll happily accept another 10 life. Oh, is he? Is he? The problem is, though, that did essentially mean that if he has a thing in the ice here, I can't respond to it too quick. Oh, nope, just sleight of hand. Yeah, Aria of Flame is bonkers in this deck for just the cantrip ability. Like, if he just goes like 3 things here. Double reds, Manamorphose, yep. Into... what's it called? Izzet Charm? No, another Manamorphose. Izzet Charm, draw 2, drop 2 Phoenixes. Could be quite good. So I'm going to get Clophis down next turn no matter what, I think. Yeah, there's one Arclight Phoenix. Because I get to eat your graveyard, and if I can time it right with killing your Arclight, I can potentially end up positive here. So let's just drop the land. Let's drop Clophis. Clophis, I don't know if I'm saying her name right. So this means that his attacks from Arclight are only doing 1 damage in essence, because every turn Clophis will gain us 2 life. This will do 3 damage. We have a board wipe in hand to deal with anything too absurd. Alright, let's exile an Izzet Charm, gain back more life. Play a land. We have enough here to just leave up our choices. So ultimately we're going to wait till his end step here. See what he goes for. Fort Scour, he's searching for more Phoenixes. Instead he hits 2 lands. There's this thing in the ice. Alright, so we're going to end step, electrolyze the Phoenix, then we'll eat the Phoenix. And there's a slightly less fancy looking electrolyze, so we'll get rid of this. We'll pick up another hand here. Alright, I think we go for the clencher here. So we eat the Phoenix. We drop a land. And our best bet here, we're going to go for red, green, blue. We're going to go for 5, but we're going to play the Valky line and exile the thing in the ice. I could have a Spell Pierce, Mystic Dispute. Yeah, that's fine. So that stops us a turn, but thankfully we still have... Yeah, we still have ways to deal with it. It's interesting he didn't use that on the electrolyze. Did he assume that he would just get the Phoenix back? Or does he think that stopping me from having card advantage is more important? I wonder. Another charm. Banning Phoenix. Not banning Phoenix. Banning Izzet. Izzet charm. My word. Banning the Faithless Looting really slowed this deck down. I still think, though, it is certainly powerful. I just wonder, with so many of the more hate cards we got recently, although to be fair, we had 0 mana hate card artifacts before and they still weren't enough to stop graveyard decks with Faithless Looting. Our opponent seems to be in the tank for a little bit here, thinking what to discard. My guess is they're holding a Phoenix and they know they've got to reanimate it this turn, because if they don't... Actually, they are just one away from flipping their thing in the ice. I wonder... Yep, there goes another Arclight into the graveyard. And they play another land, so... There's the lightning bolt to flip it. That's 10 damage coming across, which is pretty decent. Okay, so this is... Actually, oh, I didn't hit it in time. Okay, that's fine. We're going to exile Mystic Dispute to gain back some life. Then we will mortify your big boy. I'm assuming he's just holding Mystical Dispute, which means that he can't use the counter on it. The fact that they're tanking here seems to be indication of that. And then we will cast Bloodbraid Elf, and we will cascade into Valky, the God of Lies. Do we want Valky? I mean, if he's holding another creature, it'd be fun. I mean, yeah, we might as well, because it's another... Let's see what's in your hand, and then we'll know if we need to be worried. Spell Pierce and Lightning Bolt. Okay. Neither of those draw him cards, so particularly as well now if he tries to bolt the Bloodbraid to stay on turn with the whatchamacallit, oh, come on brain, yep, there we go. So now he has Spell Pierce and one unknown card, so get rid of this. We don't need to see his graveyard. Okay. No, this is fine. Like I said, Phoenix literally does 1 damage a turn here. Although, I will say that I don't want to shock myself, because I don't know what this other card he's drawn is. So what we'll do is we're going to go for the Electrolyze trick again. We will attack with Valky, because we're essentially doing 4 damage a turn. So if he's drawn a way to deal damage, you probably want to use it there. Alright, so one of the cards was a land, still 2 unknowns. We'll do it here at the beginning of combat. 2 damage to the phoenix. And red and white. And we hit another land, because reasons. We'll eat his phoenix. Play another Pill of the Peroons. We'll attack first. There's no reason to commit Gigantha here. Except Gigantha kills guaranteed next turn. You know, it's 2 turns off. We'll just play it safe. We want to be conservative here. Because if we play Gigantha, we can't. We have to hold up Drown in the Loch. Okay. Serum Visions, yep. Plays another land. So 2 unknowns in hand. He has the mana to hardcast a phoenix if he wanted to give him. I'm guessing he just really does not want to kill the Valky. And we drew another land, which appears to be par for the course here with this deck. Ether Gust. Okay. Well, we'll just drown that in the lock if you don't mind. Okay. Pay 2. Because I have flooded hard this game. I'll play another land. And then I'm just going to add Gigantha to my hand. Oh, I think he's conceding. Yep. Alright, so it was a test. We're just going to see how things look in the replay.